Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Glendale Housing Authority meeting of May 27, 2008. May we have a roll call for the Housing Authority, please?
Authority members: Draymond.
Yes, here.
Mincy. Najarian.
Here.
Grazian. Quintero.
She's here. We'd just like to reflect that Mr. Mincy is here.
Okay, may we have your report, please?
I'm not taking. Yeah. Authority member Weaver and Chairman Yousefian.
We're all here.
The agenda for the May 27, 2008 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, May 22, 2008 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
What's next, please?
Approval of minutes.
Do we have an...
So move.
Second. The minutes will stand approved as submitted. What's next, please?
Full communication. Discussion is limited to items not part of this agenda. Each speaker is allowed 5 minutes. Members of the Housing Authority may question or respond to the speaker, but there will be no debate or decision. The matter may be referred to staff through the Executive Director for investigation and report.
Okay, I have one card. Herbert Mullin.
Good afternoon. My name is Herbert Mullin, Chairman Yousefian, members of the authority, and city staff. I want to address the issue again of the quality of life measures in the city of Glendale. Yesterday, during the Memorial Day celebration, I was thinking about what is the reason why all these military men are dying out in Iraq and Afghanistan. They are dying to preserve our economic system, a regulated free market economy, to preserve our representative form of government, meaning the activities that we are doing here today. That's what they're dying for us to have the opportunity to address to you our concerns. And the concern that I've had for a very long time when I come before you during the Housing Authority meeting is what appears to me a lack of interest on the social issues. And it is my intent here to encourage the Housing Authority and the members of the City Council to take a more proactive approach with regard to addressing issues that are of concern in the City of Glendale and that impacts our budgets. But in this particular issue, I'm trying to encourage you to take one social issue, one social problem, and spend about an hour every week on that one issue and see how you would address resolving it. The issue that I'm talking about is domestic violence. If you look at the budget of for the police department and their statistics, you're going to find that aggravated assault is and has been a significant problem. And upon my inquiry of the police statistician, he told me that a good portion of that is due to domestic violence. And during domestic violence, that family is impacted. Not just the wife, the kids are impacted as well. There could be domestic violence against them. When they move out, they are no longer in the city and they take their kids with them. Their schooling is interrupted. And if those kids get into trouble, eventually they wind themselves in police. And if the trouble is significant, they wind themselves through the courts and in prison, and we all wind up paying for it. There is an economic benefit to addressing problems of domestic violence. But I have not seen a good comprehensive study where all the departments come to you and report to you on how effective are our policies. How much is it costing us? How extensive is it? I figure with all of the social issues that we have before you that you don't address, what if you were to address one and understand it in full, embrace it, and discuss it, and bring the type of information so that we can at least sense that it's not just about development, and housing, and construction, that there's more than your interest than just those issues, and your relationship with developers, that there is a social side to this whole thing of why you are in office. And it is the reason, why I supported and advocated so much for some of you to be elected, because you told me that you too had that type of interest. And I think it is time that we begin to take a look at some of those core social statistics and begin to address those problems for good policy issues. And I know that perhaps the budget is not there, but I think that it doesn't cost us very much to understand how well we're doing, how big is the problem, and then we can also find out how it is impacting our other budgets with regard to, for example, the police budget in regard to solving it. But I think that we have an obligation to the residents of Glendale and to the budget of the state of California as well, to address the problem of domestic violence, understand it fully, and address potential solutions to resolve it. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, please.
Is there any authority member or staff comments?
I move we adjourn.
I have one.
Oh, excuse me.
I just wanted to see if anybody has one. I just wanted to let the authority know that I had talked to our department head. We will be organizing 2 meetings for the public to attend in conjunction with Neighborhood Legal Services. We will probably hold it in one of our facilities. One of them will deal with some of the rights and issues with the renters, and also have a little salon as far as what the city's law that was passed. So we will talk about that. That would be heavily advertised in different television programs and papers. The other one is another issue that currently is affecting a lot of people in not only in our community and every other community, and deals with the housing issue, which deals with mostly with people who are losing their house due to the fact that a lot of foreclosures are going on, and there are several groups in exchange working also with the Neighborhood Legal Services that are willing to do some of this work pro bono, to let them know what the laws are, and also be wary of some of the people who are going around acting and pretending to be their savior and telling them, sign this document and I will fix your credit and so on and so forth. And people are losing their homes to these individuals, unsavory individuals. So I just want my colleagues to know, stay tuned as we work out some of the kinks. We will come out and let the public know when we will be launching these 2 seminars.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. On those lines, should we also give equal time instruction to landlords as well? I mean, we're talking landlord-tenant law in general, correct? So it's not only for the tenants. I mean, it's both sides.
And they're able to
They need to work together and both have a better understanding of the landlord-tenant relationship. It may facilitate.
And that's exactly, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Landlords' duties and tenants' duties.
Yes, and that's the goal. That's the goal, to have an understanding of what the laws are. State law and also our current
Just cause
eviction law. Any other question? All right, is there a motion?
Now I'll motion to adjourn.
Second. We're adjourned.